it. Hey y'all, what's up, y'all? Hey, hey. Mind, body, soul, got a king body. Are you gonna shine, bling, bling? Hey y'all. Okay, you guys, I'll have to play a little music because it's a rainy day, y'all. It is
Yes.
like gray outside, and I'm like, we got stuff to talk about today. So let's put some music on and get in the energy and in the groove, right? And we're gonna welcome Dr. Shanell on. But let's have a little bit of a dance break for a second, y'all.
I know,
Hey, hey,
right?
hey. No, no, no. Hey, hey. All right, y'all.
I know, right? Before we get carried away.
I know, right? Hey, you guys. So I want to introduce myself again for you. If you're watching this on the replay and you don't know who I am, I'm Gabrielle Leonard. I help my clients to expand into closing high-end clients and corporate contracts. And we have my lovely client, Dr. Shanell, here on here. It's been a long time coming. We've been like working, trying to get on here and back and forth. But
Right,
guess what? We're here
right.
today, and it's about to be amazing. Something amazing is going to happen on this live. I just know it, right?
Hmm.
Someone's gonna have an aha moment, and it's gonna be amazing, and I'm excited for that. So I look a little bit washed out, y'all. Bear with me, it's okay. But
You
I
look
want you to.
good.
Oh, thank you. You look good too. Come on, red lip
Thank
crew. We
you,
are both
right?
rocking the red lip. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, Dr. Shanell, so everyone can know how amazing you are and who you are and what you do. So go ahead and tell the people who you are and what you do.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Shanell T. Smith, your favorite doctoral expert. And what I do is help doctoral students successfully navigate through the various stages of their program with clarity, strategic direction, but most importantly, helping them learn how to live their lives while they earn their doctorates. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
in and out
And
of it.
she's helped many people to get their doctorate degree. And this is what she's really good at doing. She's gifted at doing this. And so I want to talk
Thank
about
you.
that, like really get into that. And we're going to talk about what made you decide to work with me. And we're going to have a regular, just like a regular conversation. Y'all, in
Mhm.
my programs, we get really chilled down. Like we laugh, we chuckle, we giggle, we
We
talk
have pom
regular.
poms.
Okay. Okay. We have fun. So it's not going to be like an uptight situation. We're gonna just be out here having fun, just having a conversation. So you can join in on the conversation, and you can ask questions if you have any questions down below. So, Dr. Shanell, so let's talk about your business before working with me. Like, where were you at in your business? Where were you? What was something that you were celebrating? What were some things that you were doing before you hired me as your coach?
Well, I had been working full time for my business for a whole year at the time before I started working with you. And I mean, I had success,
Yeah.
but the thing that was missing that didn't catapult me into the success that I'm having right now is the internal expansion. And what I
Mm,
learned from you, which kind of blew my mind because I'm like, no, I need strategies. I need to know which programs to run. I need to know the prices. That's what I need. I need a plan.
yeah.
And you're like, but you got to get your mind right first.
Yep.
It's like you first have to know
Sorry, guys.
what you have available to you. Let's
Yes.
expand first, not only your money mindset, but just knowing that whatever you want it's already yours. And
Absolutely.
that actually took it almost, I think I'd say about 75% increase in
Mm,
income
yeah.
simply because I knew it was mine.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I tell you all the time, like you remind me of myself, and the same things that you struggle with is the same thing that I struggle with, where we are go-getters, we are manifesting generators. We both want to
Mhm.
go do the work, 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 and we don't step into the manifesting side of us where we can just declare a thing and believe a thing and say a thing and it literally comes
Thank
to
you.
pass, right?
Hmm.
And so what happens is that we tend to go into the overworking and the frustration and just the overwhelm when we can just relax into it. We can just relax and just allow. And so a theme with me and you has been allowing. Let's
Allowing.
talk about the allowing piece. Like what has that been like for you? And so guys, we're talking about internal expansion today, like the truth about expanding, like what expansion really means. But let's talk about what allowing for you was, because I kept telling you this all the time. I was always saying allowing was my key phrase
Uh,
with you. Allow. Like, let's
it
talk
was
about
so
that.
hard. It was so hard, especially being a type A personality and having order and systems and all of that. And I remember there was my body pretty much had shut down
Mm,
because I was constantly doing something, and I had from all of the trainings that we've got from you, it's like my to-do list kept getting longer and longer and longer, even though that's not how you taught it to us. And so my brain just pretty much froze. Like I
yeah.
didn't know what to do. And so
Mhm.
I wound up having a migraine, and I couldn't do anything for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And I was stressed out. And I think I messaged you on Facebook, and I was just like, I can't do any work. I don't know what's happening. This is not working anymore. And you're like, listen to your body. First of all, take some deep breaths. You've done the work,
Yeah.
right? There's plenty of stuff that you've already done on social media. The work is there. It will continue to work for you. You have to allow. You
Hmm.
have to trust the universe and know that all your intentions are going to come to pass. But if you
Yes.
don't believe it, they're not.
Yeah. Because
And
that fear and panic was coming from a lack of belief. Really and
yes,
truly, when we have that fear and that panic, it's a lack of belief. And we cannot work in wealth creation and a lack of belief and that frustration, they don't go together.
right.
And so, although I have strategies and we put strategies in place, yes, a big piece is that allowing peace and believing
Mhm.
and knowing that it is already done.
Right. And
Right?
knowing that we make money off our inspiration as
Yes.
well, not just systems, because that's when things just start going haywire.
Mm-hmm.
But I have
And
a
I'm saying,
mixture.
like I talk about this all the time. Strategy is great. Strategy is amazing. I'm a strategist. In addition to being a coach, a mentor, I'm a strategist. Is how I do.
Mhm.
However, strategy is not going to carry you. And a lot of people are thinking that they can go do some strategy and it'll work. This is why you think you can go Google something and Google a strategy and see what
Yep.
someone else is doing and grab their strategy is going to work for you. That's not how it works.
Mm-mm.
That's not how it goes. And so, you and I have been going through this where we have these cycles where you'll be in a bliss and flow and you'll be in your groove and then you start to get in your head too much and then you get to the point where you're overwhelmed. So
It
let's
just
talk about
happened last week.
let's talk about it.
And you
Let's talk about that.
just last week I was so frustrated. I was like, I don't have any calls booked with potential doctoral students. Nothing is happening. And then you were like, you know what? For your assignment for the end of this week and next week, I just want you to have fun.
Yep. And I told
I
you
just
my
want you to
coach
have
had
fun.
to do the same assignment. It's
Hmm.
just have fun. Just
Have fun
let
doing what you
go.
love.
Let go. Let
Whatever
go.
you wake up and you feel like doing, do it. And then I wound up closing a client the next day. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And that's the expansion cycle. So I talked about the expansion cycle before, where expansion, and I had an amazing podcast interview yesterday, and I broke this down yesterday as well, where expansion is where you have this moment where you're like, where I am right now does not feel okay. I'm not okay with where I'm at right now. I don't feel comfortable here. I don't like it here. By the way, if you guys can hear me, just tell me you can hear me in the comment section below. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me clearly in the comment section. So let me know because sometimes Be Live TV play a girl all the time. So just let me know in the comment section. Um, but you have this moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I have created this success, but I'm not okay with where I'm at right now. I want more. And then you make a decision that aligns with that with that thought process and that desire. That's thank you, Avern. That is, oh my gosh, okay, so I want more. I'm taking active steps to
Hmm.
get to the more that I desire. And so you make a decision, then you take action. So you have the feeling of you basically hit this plateau. You have this feeling of I want more, I desire more, and you are okay with the fact that you want more. You make a decision to have more, and then
Hmm.
once you make a decision, you start to take aligned action that aligns with that decision to have more,
Right.
and then all hell breaks loose the minute you take action. So let's talk about some of the hell that broke loose while we work
Oh,
together.
so we taking it there, huh?
We
We
taking it
taking it
there.
there.
Y'all, while she's talking, I'm gonna
Okay.
drop down and get something real quick. So don't. I'm not gone. I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I remember specifically, I think it was about 3 months into us working together. And I mean, I was flying high. And then my mindset and everything was like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Mm,
wait, this is not comfortable.
mm,
Some Nope. we don't belong up here. We don't belong. We don't normalize 10, 5K months. This is not what we do.
Mm.
And I remember I sent you an email and I was like, I can't do this no more.
Uh-huh.
I need to drop out of this program because the way my money is set up right now and the way that things are I can't. And then by the end of the day, something that you said just came to me before you even responded to me, and I was
I didn't
like,
even see the email yet. I
right,
didn't
I
see
was
the
like,
email
please
yet.
disregard the email. Please disregard the email. And then it was just like that was what needed to happen. If I had dropped out of the program, I would not have the success that I have. But
Mhm.
it's almost like right after I said, I'm going for it,
Yeah.
I just took off.
Yeah, I
I
remember
just took
seeing that
off.
message from you. You sent a message. I checked the message because you guys message me in Messenger all the time. I'm up like responding to you guys or what just I'm
Mm-hmm.
always responding to you guys in Messenger. And so you messaged me, and I was like, "What is she talking about? What email?" And I went to the email, and you were like, "I can't do this program anymore." And
Mm-mm.
I started to smile to myself because I know the feeling. And that's the thing. Like people don't understand when you invest high end, there's a lot of things that come up for you, right? There's a lot
Right.
of fear that come up. There's a lot of disbelief that come up. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
faith challenging that comes up for you. Like, oh, you invest high end. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
how serious you are about your next level. All these
Right.
things come up for you, and you have the opportunity to either move forward in faith or stay where you are and stay stagnant for the rest of your life,
Right.
the rest of your life. And people don't understand that those little moments, even though they seem simple and insignificant, are pivotal
Huge.
moments, huge moments in your success, in your expansion, in your growth, in your wealth creation, in your
Right.
legacy building. They seem simple. A simple, "Oh, I can't afford this program." Seems logical. Like I said, I've learned this from one of my really good friends, and her name is Bissy. She said this one time at my retreat that I had. She said, "Fair knows you. Fair has been with you your entire
Entire life.
life. Fair
Mm-hmm.
knows how to talk to you in a way that seems very logical.
Yes.
I can't afford this program" is a very logical statement.
Mm-hmm.
Wealth is not a logical thing to do. Wealth creation is breaking the norm. It is not what we're taught to do. We're not taught to create wealth. And so a lot of the things that's logic that comes up for us, we can't operate in that way because logically, creating wealth seems it's not even a part of what we're taught or what we know.
Right. Right.
So you can't do the things you're accustomed of doing when you're creating wealth. You have to have crazy, insane, unlogical faith,
Right.
right?
It's right.
Illogical, unlogical faith, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you are creating wealth, this pivotal moment, people miss it. That email that you sent is something that most people would have done when they're faced with a fear, when they're faced with a bump in the road. Most people
Mm-hmm.
do that. The difference between you and a lot of people investing in high end programs is that you caught yourself very quickly. You remember some things that because I talk about the mindset, the things that call. I
Mm-hmm.
told you all hell's gonna break loose. Expect it. I told
When I
you.
first signed up with you, we had a VIP day. All I know is that the sun was up, then the sun went down. By the time we finished that first session, it had to be about 6 or 7 hours, no exaggeration, all about unlearning a lot of things that will sabotage my
Yeah,
success and filling me with better mindset, expansion, all about
yeah,
who you are, what you're worth, what you can have, forecasting, thinking about the future as if it already is.
yes,
That is what kept playing.
yeah. And that's important. It's an important piece because see, if I had only did a strategy session with you in that VIP day, you would not have had the substance to move forward when times got rough. So let's go back to
Okay.
that expansion cycle. You have the feeling of this is no longer okay with me. You hit that plateau. You make a
Mhm,
decision. You take action. All hell breaks loose. In that all hell breaks loose moment, we are tested. And
mhm,
basically, God and the universe is like, are you really ready for where you are trying to go? And
mhm.
your decision in that moment is what allows you to move forward or not. And so you
Right.
went ahead and moved forward. So let's talk about some amazing things that have happened since you moved forward working with me and you decided, I'm not going to quit, even though I'm so scared. I don't know if I can do this right now. I don't know if I can afford this. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's talk about some amazing things that have happened. Because you worked with me for 6 months and then you renewed for another
I
6 months.
renewed it again.
So there's so much that has happened in the last however much long we've been working together. But let's talk about some of the things that you found to be successful or that has impacted you, or some things that really stands out for you as successes while working with me.
Yeah, the main thing, and I won't talk about it again, but the expansion is always the root, always the foundation, the
Yeah.
mindset, all of that.
Mhm.
But also another thing that has happened is about, the income,
Yeah.
right? Being able to make decisions for my family that live in the luxury lifestyle that we want for the most part,
Yeah.
right? And then also increasing my income by about 75%,
Mm.
right? Realizing that my worth, like I'm my product, right?
Yes.
My clients come to me for my expertise.
Hmm.
And so I needed to know what my value was and
Yeah.
not just trying to say, okay, how many calls should I give somebody and how many programs and what journal? It's not about that. It's about the result.
Yeah. It's about the
And
result.
and making sure that my clients get the results that they want. And if they can't, and if I can't get them there, I won't work with you because I'm not about that. Right.
That part. Because
But
all
right.
money is not good money.
Mm-mm,
Mm.
mm-mm. But I was able to take one of my programs that was, I believe it was about 8,000 when I started my 6-month program, and now it's double the
Mm.
amount.
Yeah.
But they're flying off the literal, like the shelf rather, right? Because people see I got receipts everywhere. I've
Yeah.
been doing this for over 10 years, but I had to get it here first.
Yeah.
Right? What is it about me that makes me valuable enough, right, for myself to
Yeah.
believe that I could get my clients the result and charge what I charge
Yeah. And
and know
then
that I deserve it?
yeah, absolutely. And while working together, you also created a higher ticket program. So you
Yes.
raised your $8,000 program to I think $15,000,
Yep.
and then you also created a $24,000 program, and then you raised that from 24,000 to
To 30.
30,000. And so you're selling those as well. So talk about the emotion, the feeling that came up for you when we created this higher end program, and when you first got a client in that. I remember when you posted in the group when you sold those programs,
Mhm.
that high ticket program. So let's talk about what came up for you as we were creating that and as you were selling those programs.
When we first created, I mean, every time I do something new, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is, listen, let's just stay with the 6-month program. Let's not try to get a little too fancy here. But
Hmm.
I did it. But
Yeah.
I did it. And then I had to, after I, wrote everything down about what the program would be, I then had to get it here and
Mm-hmm.
be okay with it here because I can't sell a program or offer a program to a client if I don't believe it, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not secure in the
Absolutely.
price, because they're going to hear it. It's going
Yeah.
to be an inflection in my voice or something. It was like, okay, right.
Yeah.
So I had to make sure that I was okay with the price, with the investment, with what I was offering, making sure I can get them the result from where they want to be 12 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I did that and I was okay, no matter how many no's I got until I got that yes, I was like, that's okay. They're just not my ideal client. I
Exactly.
got that first yes.
Mm.
You couldn't tell me nothing. You
Yeah.
could not tell me anything. And now there are 4 people in my
Mm.
year-long program.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting better.
Yeah, and that's a 30K package, you guys. And you imagine she came to me with her highest program being 8,000, and now her highest program is 30 grand, and she's
Mhm.
just doing amazing things. And so I'm super excited for you. And so let's talk about the reality. Like I know we kind of discussed it a little bit, the fears that come up, but I want you to kind of share like the reality of investing in a high end program, like the reality. It's a high end program, right?
Yes, it is.
And we talk about the fact that you had some fears that came up for you about price and about money. What are some other things that comes up for you, like in terms
It
of fear,
is. It's
whatever it is?
scary.
Mm.
The very first time that I signed up with you, I remember you said, okay, I'm going to tell you the investment and I have nothing to hide, but I want you to take a deep breath because I can see it all in your face. And you literally said that to me. And I took a deep breath and you were like, okay, it's $30,000 right now. I don't know what the price is right now, but a year ago, that was the
Yeah,
price. And I was just like, yep, okay. And in the back of my head, I was like, student loans, mortgage, kids. What about this? What about that? And I was just like, okay. But we had already had a conversation about what my goals were, what I wanted from the program, where you can take me, where I am now, and to where you can take me. And I was just like, you were already recommended, highly recommended to me, which is why I got on a call with you. And I said, I'm going for it. But it was extremely, extremely scary.
Yeah.
But I also know that big support comes with big investment. And I
Yeah.
knew that I was worth it.
Yeah.
And I said that if I can leave and resign from my full-time professorship to do this full-time, then I can invest in a high-level luxury coach to get the results that I want. But
And
I
you
have to get
have
there
that.
mentally
Oh,
first.
absolutely.
Yes.
Not only that, here's the thing, I talk about this all the time, you guys. There is nothing necessarily more special than my clients than any of you watching, right? We are all powerful. We are all amazing equally. There's
Yeah.
nothing more, magical to me or Dr. Chanel than you watching right now. The difference is our belief. The difference is our action. We don't just say a thing. We don't talk a big talk and say all the things that we're going to do and never take action on them, or say we're going to do something and when the opportunity arises for you to take that big scary leap, we back out. We don't do that.
Right.
We get scared just like everyone else does. We get nervous just like everyone else does. Like Dr. Chanel just said, she literally emailed me and was like, I don't think I can afford this
I'm
program
out.
anymore. She was
I'm out.
scared. She was like, I'm out. I think I'm out. Right? And before I even look at the email, she was like, disregard the email. Never mind. I'm not out. I'm not out. Right? It's not that we're different. It's that we make decisions and we truly believe that what we desire in life, we can get it.
Yeah.
And we take the scary action. We take the scary
And
action.
you recommended a lot of books that are easy to read, but one of them is A Happy Pocket Full of Money,
Mm,
by what is it, Gakandi? I forget, it's David, I believe, Gakandi.
yeah,
And one thing that he says, and something that you continue to let us know, is that no matter what, we have to believe. No matter what we see, no matter the contradicting evidence that is in our faces, how many no's we get, how many, contracts that just fall through, they're supposed to fall. That's not what we're supposed to have,
yeah,
right? But we just have to keep going and know that what we said our desires were, that the universe and our higher power is going to respond and give it to us.
yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. Because we try to force things. That's not how things are supposed to work. What is for us, and it is always working out
That's
for
right.
our good. And that's just it. And this is the reason why when you made that decision that was super scary for you, that huge investment, even though you're like bills, mortgage, kids,
Yeah.
loans, all those things in the background in your mind, you were like, this is what I desire, this is what I deserve, and this is what I'm doing. You took aligned action
Mm-hmm.
with where you're trying to go. And so as a result, on the other side of aligned action, on the other side of that decision, on the other side of all of the fears is the success, is the win, is the
Mm-hmm.
amazing clients that you have, the 75% increase in your business. I think you're at multiple six figures now in your business, correct?
Yeah. I'm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm at.
multiple.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking
Uh-huh.
about it. And I was able to make six figures my second year of business in half the time as
Yes,
my first year.
yes.
That was a huge win for me.
Yeah. And so I'm super excited for you. I feel like you have grown so much. We still work together. We have a couple months left with working together, but you have grown so much. I mean, like in your mindset, in how you show up in terms of online, and how you show up in general, speaking your price, just the powerhouse, like it's just radiating from you. Like your power just radiates. And that's the thing that I love about what I do, is that I can see when someone is super powerful and has just this presence about them, and I'm like, I can work with that. And then I see them evolve and expand, and then their power is like they're just walking around with this power around them. I love that.
But you
That
make
is,
it easy, Gabrielle, because not because you're transparent, even when you plateau and you're going through your expansion, you don't hide it.
yeah.
You say, this is exactly what I was telling you about. This is what I'm going through right now.
Hmm.
And then we see you press on and we see you come out stronger. And that only, you know what, if she can do it,
Yes.
I can do it.
Yeah.
And then you teach us what you've learned.
Hmm.
So you're emulating what we need to do. And so
Yeah.
that's what makes it easier. We're just,
Aw.
putting it into our own context.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Because it's always hard as a coach. I feel like as like we're taught by society and the coaching industry that we have to look perfect in order for clients to
Right.
want to hire us. And I don't subscribe to that. Like my coach doesn't subscribe to that either. And I never
Yep.
subscribe to that. Because I've seen it done and I've seen it as a client of coaches who've done that. It's not fun because you can feel when something is up. You can
Right.
feel when it's fake, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I've created this container and this circle with my clients where I try to be as transparent as possible and share even when I'm not in I'm not like things are happening and I'm just like, y'all, stuff is happening, but I'm working through it. Okay?
Yep.
Stuff is going on, but I'm working through it. I'm not unprofessional. I'm not like being like all mopey and or anything like that. But I'm just being honest about the fact that
Yes.
as I expand, I'm always expanding. Expansion is not a one and done thing. You are always expanding. When you get to one phase of expansion, you have that moment, you live in that moment, and then the cycle starts again. You expand to your next
Yes.
level. This is how we call normalizing. We normalize this level. And then when you normalize this thing where you're doing 5K months, you normalize 10K months, now you're normalizing 20K months, and you even have a $22,000 day in your business,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? This is what expansion looks like. And every single phase, you go through the entire thing, including the breakdowns.
And sometimes you forget what the process is, and you're like, "We've been here before." I'm like, "That's what this is."
Hmm.
You're like, "This is it."
I'm like,
And I'm
yep,
like,
Dr.
"That
Chanel, you're
means
going through
something
another.
good is coming."
Yep, you're going through another breakdown. It's okay, breathe
Yeah.
through it. You got this. And this
Yeah.
is what my gifting is. It's holding your hand and going through because this is what I do. My coach calls me the queen of expansion because she's seen me expand time and time
Yeah.
again and go through it gracefully. Even though sometimes
Mhm.
I don't feel like it's graceful, right? But I have had to go through it myself. This is why I created the program because
Mhm.
I realized, wait, expansion is a thing and it's not comfortable. What
No, it
other
isn't.
coaches are out there ushering you through expansion because they themselves have had to go through it so much? This is what I love doing, is what I'm called to do.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the thing that you're called to do, you go through a lot.
Yep.
You go through a lot. And I wouldn't say it's unfortunate. It's fortunate because I'm always expanding. But God is always like, you want to teach expansion, you have to understand expansion so you could understand the feeling that they're going through right now, the hurt,
Right.
the fear, the panic that they're feeling right now. You've been there. You know exactly
Mhm.
what it feels like because you still go through it every single time, and you recognize
Right.
it for what it is.
And that's what was so different when I signed up with you, and even our first conversation. It was never about, okay, what are your programs? What's in it? How much are they? How many you need to make, sell per month? It was, what is your human design? What is
Mm,
your natural makeup? How do you, how are you thinking? What type of how do you deal with conflict? How do you like? I'm like, what does this have to do with making money? What does this have to do with how I can be a better coach to my clients?
mm,
But that is where you start.
mhm.
And then when you get the strategies and you make everything, you simplify everything. And I'm not just saying that because we work together or people are watching, but you literally simplify things
Yeah,
that makes them very easily to be implemented. And yeah, I mean, the main thing for me is the expansion. Of course, yeah, the being able to do special things for my family, but the expansion, that's priceless.
yeah. I just want to just say thank you for being on here. Is there anything you would say to anyone who's watching right now who's been wanting to work with me, even invest in my 30K program? And I have another program coming up that's a six-figure investment. It's high end. I have programs from 297 a month to six-figure investments. And so, what would you say to anyone who's been wanting to work with me, but the fear of money is coming up when it comes to investing in a program with me? What would you say to them?
It's more than just, it takes money to make money, right? But you also have to think about where you want to be, where you are right now, and where you want to be. And it's scary. I already told you all, I almost dropped out. I tried to drop out and then I changed my mind. But it's so, so worth the investment. You will not get the level of the mindset shift that you need in order to make the wealth increase that you want. It's so much, but the return on investment, hands down, it's like 3 times the amount.
Yeah.
3 times 100, whatever. It is so, that's one of the best decisions I ever made. And then I went around and did it again.
Yep, you sure
It worked
did.
twice.
You sure
And
did.
if you would have told me last year or a year ago from now that I would invest $60,000 in coaching, I'm like, where do you do that at? And I'm not doing that. Yeah, I got 2 kids, but I would seriously tell you to just get on the call. Get on the call. Complete the application because you don't even know if you're a good fit for the program.
Yeah.
And Gabrielle will let you know, listen, yes, this is for you, or no, it isn't for you. But the worst you can do is say no.
Yeah.
But if she says yes, you are a good fit for the program, just jump 2 feet in.
Yeah.
2 feet in. She'll have the life raft for you if you can't swim. It'll
Because
be
I've been
fine.
there, y'all. Y'all, if
I
y'all know my
have been
story,
there.
yeah, y'all know my story. I've had expansion for me is a very personal thing because it's not that I've expanded from success to success. I've had to expand from homelessness to where I am. So the expansion journeys, because there's been so many different evolutions of expansion for me, has been extremely intense, extremely rapid. And if you know me from I feel like it's my past life at this point when I was homeless. People who know me from that, you've been seeing me expand. It is the thing that I teach because it's the thing that I have had to go through. And so I know it's scary for you right now, but if you're in that place where you're feeling that pull, you get on my call. If you ever get on a call with me and I've told you this program is for you, I don't say that lightly. I don't say that lightly because I don't have a desire to work with everybody. I want to work with the people that I know that in my heart that I can help. You just have to come with a belief and I can help you do the rest. You're going to do some work. You're going to do some scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's going to feel a little scary. I'm going to have to regulate you sometimes and say, okay, let's step back for a minute or let's push for a minute. And I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way, but you're good. I got you. Right? And
And you
so here
do.
we
Yeah.
are, super excited, Dr. Shanell, that you are having amazing successes and there's still more to come for you. I definitely know that.
I
So
receive it.
yeah. Anything else you want to share before we go ahead and wrap this session up?
I just want to thank you for everything that you've done. I thank you for answering your calling because I know this is your calling. And you could have said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stay for me. But you actually teach everything that, the highs and the lows to all of us. So I just thank you for doing what you do and making it available to us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to apply for a call with me in the comment section below, as well as in the title of this video. And so if you have been feeling that pull to work with me, now is the time. I am now accepting clients for 2022. So now is the time to go ahead and take that aligned action. All right. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Bye.